talking about Randy Ball flying the infamous MiG-17. This airplane and this demonstration are one you don't want to miss. Move up to the fence, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a Vietnam vet, fair warning, this is going to be a familiar sound. This was the airplane that chased the A4, the A7, the F8, the B-52, and the F-100 and the F-105 all around the skies. But its arch nemesis was none other than the F-4 Phantom II. I'm talking about the MiG-17 that is now on takeoff roll. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Randy Ball and Fighter Jets Incorporated's MiG-17 full aerobatic demonstration. Watch and feel the afterburner of this Vietnam-era jet as Randy Ball lifts off and into the hearts of Rhode Island Air Show. Right now, the arch nemesis of the F-4 Phantom. During the war and up until the F-16 entered service, it was the tightest turning fighter in the world. When it started production back in 1950, the B. Welcome him, folks. It's his debut performance in Rhode Island. The MiG-17, in addition to the bombs, the extra rockets, and the fuel, when it lowered the nose, well, did it carry a gun? My goodness, a huge gun. Two, in fact, 23mm cannons and one 37mm cannon. That's why they feared it so much. Watch now as Randy sets up for his next pass here at the 17. This is going to be the inverted pass. Right to Griffin. The MiG-17, although it is feared, is a beautiful airplane in flight. The lines of the swept-wing MiG-17 make it so distinguishable in the air. Follows on the foots of the MiG-15, but then the afterburning engine came in. Maximum speed of 715 miles an hour. That's Mach 1.04 to be achieved. Now Randy showing you that tight turn. It wasn't until the F-16 came online that a jet could turn this tight. Watch as Randy Ball sucks himself into the seat. An approximate 8G turn right now, 8 times his normal body weight. Come on, Rhode Island, give it up for Randy Ball in the vintage MiG-17. The MiG was a nimble fighter, and absolutely a deadly one at that, with respect to all the pilots that were shot down by the MiG, including those in our United States Navy and Air Force. One moment's complacency when in the air with the MiG could be fatal. Flown by over 20 countries, 3 of which still operate this airplane today. Because of its famous heritage and its great maneuverability, it makes it one of the best air show jets in the world. He's setting up now for one of his trademark passes. Right down to the deck. Watch it, Rhode Island. This is what separates the men from the boys. It makes Randy Ball a crowd favorite. The slow speed pass. Now, Rhode Island, do you want to see Randy Ball light this thing up and bring it by for the high-speed pass? Come on, this is going to be the moment we've all been waiting for when Randy kicks this thing into afterburner. Now keep in mind, this jet was designed in the 1950s. This was the one that flew in the skies over Vietnam and chased the F-4 Phantom and so many more. Randy Ball, though, does such a nice job with this airplane. Service ceiling, this is how high it can fly, around 53,000 feet, 715 miles an hour. The engine that's in there is the VK-1M afterburner. On the smash now. Watch him turn behind the crowd. Again, another hard pull from Randy. Let's watch him climb. Here he goes. Randy Ball down at Jumper scary altitude. Look at the afterburner. There he goes. Here's the pull. Watch these perfect rolls as he goes all the way up. Going all the way to 12,000 feet. Now, what's he going to do with all that energy, Rhode Island? You've guessed it. Randy Ball's going to leave it blower. Here he comes. The high-speed pass. We're talking about all the way to 0.9, just under the speed of sound and way over the speed of smell. Randy Ball setting up for it. The big high-speed pass. Rhode Island, this is the pass that Randy has made so famous. The grass will bend as Randy comes by. Watch how this MiG maneuvers down low, right over the tops of the trees. Here he comes, folks. On your feet, make some noise for Randy Ball and the low-level, daring low-level, high-speed pass. Through the maneuver as he tells 0.92, a hard punishing pull. My goodness, Rhode Island, 0.92, flirting with the speed of sound at about 50 feet over the top of the runway. Rolling up on the wing, stand and make some noise for Randy W. Ball. The MiG-17 made its way into history as one of the most versatile fighters from that era, the 1950s. The pilots who flew the F-4 absolutely hated that thing. Randy does such a nice job with it, though. Our thanks to Randy, and of course to Air Wisconsin, Randy's sponsor. Couldn't do without it. If you want to find out about how to sign up, I should say, with Air Wisconsin, this. Major Morris is standing right here to tell us about it. Again, $57,000. Come by and meet Randy. They're there at the Air Wisconsin's airline booth today. You can ask him about flying the MiG, which is now almost back on the ground. Watch him as he settles in on the runway here. Now, the runway at Rhode Island, a little bumpy, and we'll see this MiG-17 touch down ever so smoothly, and you'll watch the nose gear as it rumbles down the runway here. Come fly, though, with Randy Ball and Air Wisconsin, his title sponsor. They're hiring pilots. They're hiring just about everybody. Come and join that dynamic team that flies nationwide. Fly the number 4 AW.com. Fly the number 4 AW.com. Randy Ball and the MiG-17. Hey, Mark Murphy, how are you, buddy? You just landed, of course, there, and you're eating a cheeseburger. The diet of champions, right?
That is the Life on Air Show.
That's the Life on Air Show pilot. Judge got the best of it down there, I'm telling you, man. Go by and grab one of those cheeseburgers for you.